Here we go, up and racing, a minute to go in race 2 of the UniCredit Youth America's Cup, a 4-boat race. Can Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli show the way again? We're about to find out.
British off the foils, costly.
They'll have to do a quick rebuild there. The Americans and the Italians, Kiwis pulling the trigger. They'll be the top 3 boats off the line.
It's like a big bias on this line.
Time to go racing again. Race 2, Group A, UniCredit Youth America's Cup.
Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli had the best start, just 2 meters back. But look at the acceleration of Emirates Team New Zealand.
Real good.
They got fired out of the cannon pretty nicely there, being able to wind up with good overspeed and have converted nicely. Possibly a little right-hand shift as well there for the Kiwis.
Tiny looking jibs.
Compared to the J1s, a huge reduction in sail area there.
I'll get the runners down there. Yeah, all good. BMT high, if anything. Big wave here. Clearance, guys, a little press.
Really close racing here between the Americans and the Italians. The Italians having to survive, thread the eye of the needle here. The Kiwis sailing up round their bow.
Great pace by the Kiwis. Used it well to move forward.
Fantastic shots as the boats come up to the top here. The Italians doing a really nice job there to thread the eye of the needle and actually sail up around the bow. Oh, and then a big touchdown. That'll wash off some pace.
Yeah, Emirates Team New Zealand, great height, didn't they? And the Italians were struggling to live there. Really paid for it.
Italians just going to have to hold and follow the Kiwis in here. These breezier conditions, less dirty air than in the lighter conditions, so Italians will be tacking there. Oh, another big splash down there off the top of that swell, but they'll build quickly.
Emirates Team New Zealand lead the 4-boat fleet in race 2 at the top gate for the first time. Chased by Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. If you want a battle and someone to chase you, just wait to see it unfolds with the Italians chasing you the way they raced in that first race. So they are around, followed quickly by Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. A couple of touchdowns on that upwind beat, just knocking speed off them, but they are back and flying, and they will be the hunter. Let's go back to the front of the fleet because there is a battle raging between Emirates Team New Zealand.
Oh, and a big touchdown.
Down.
Big touchdown there on the Kiwi boat.
Has that opened the gate for Luna Rossa?
Really stalled on both sails there on the Kiwi boat. They're going to have to ease everything to get hooked up again there. Well over trimmed.
It's going to chase zero. Peter, what do you make of all this?
Well, the sea state's playing havoc with all the boats on the downwind. It's really, really tricky. And you've got a lead change there with the Italians sailing around the bow of New Zealand, but it's all about good old seamanship on leg 2.
Oh, the Italians having some loose moments out at the exit out of that jibe. So, oh, and a big stuff there by the Kiwis. Nearly disaster there over the handlebars. Big job here to get the boat re-accelerated. That was a big moment. And they are getting mown down by the British and the Americans there. So they've got a big job to get up and going. The Italians holding it on the rev limiter as they head down to the bottom of the course here. Mid-30s in big sea state. So big job here for the Kiwis to dig their way back into this now.
It is loose at times. It is so hard in these waves. The Kiwis are down again.
Oh, they're back down. The Kiwis coming off the foils. Just pushing the right height, possibly a little too high there. Emirates Team New Zealand. Oh, and then another big splashdown for the Italians. So boats absolutely ripping up wind, just blasting out of the waves. getting airborne, and the Americans take a big chunk of distance out of the Italians there. British now having to tack off the boundary. And the Italians and the Americans here, a really, really close race at the front of the fleet. So it'll be really interesting to see how this top half of the beat works out for both teams pushing hard.
Potentially going for a lead change, and then we get a, no we don't, yes we do, yes we get a lead change. American Magic hit the front in race 2 of the UniCredit Youth America's Cup on the second upwind leg 3 of 6 here in Barcelona, with a sea state that's playing havoc, but gee, it's creating some exciting racing.
30 knots upwind here, so 70 kilometres an hour, 80 kilometres an hour of wind over your face here for the teams.
American Magic have pressed the boost button. Great pace.
Give way boat, the Italians here having to make a decision.
Can't please.
They got out of there quickly.
The Italian team having to survive there. The Americans absolutely foot to the floor here.
Just talk to us.
Great battle.
Let's look at the diamonds, Harry, if you can. Copy. You got a
Steering rather well. Harry Melges, starboard helm.
We're almost clear ahead. We're clear ahead there. Swan in your wheel.
Severin Graham controlling the aero package there on board the American boat. So these next bearaways would be quite exciting.
So this time it's American Magic leading in race 2 at the top gate to complete the halfway mark of this second race of the day. We waited a long time for it, but we are so enjoying what we are seeing. They are having to handle these boats, manhandle them, because they are being tossed about, but at the same time being beautifully sailed. And LunaRossa Prada Pirelli around head over down for leg number 4.
And Shirley, this is where you love being a yachty on a high-performance boat. Absolutely sending it, driving it like you stole it, as we've heard plenty of times before. Absolutely on the stopper. Fantastic yachting.
Athena Pathways Great Britain coming around. Oh, they're struggling with those conditions, and they're getting to that top gate. They'll round the mark and then head downwind on the 4th leg as they go around. What's going on with New Zealand? Peter Lester on chase 0.
Looks like they've broken something. They're still coming upwind off the foils, so they're looking just to, I guess, try and get points. But yeah, New Zealand look wounded.
This is the race committee. We are shortening the course to 4 legs. Finish at the leeward gate.
Well, we are on the 4th leg, so this is the last leg. They too realised, race management, that the conditions are getting way above the limit that these boats should be in, and so it's American Magic. Can they get it across the finish line and get their first win in the UniCredit Youth America's Cup?
Just got to get it wound up here. The Americans have got the Italians pulling off a nice jibe there, so big push here for American Magic.
Let's round here just in case this is the right turn.
In conditions that have challenged the teams, in race 2, American Magic get the win and 10 points. Sailing beautifully. Job well done. And steaming in behind them, LunaRossa Prada Pirelli. How these young sailors have handled these 40s has been a joy to watch, but man,
Confirmed.
I can imagine they'll feel like they've done a workout like the Rock, because they have really thrown these boats around at the sea stage, throwing them around. Second place, LunaRossa Prada Pirelli. Finished with a flourish. New York American Magic, LunaRossa Prada Pirelli, both on 17 points, and we're tied for 3rd and 4th.